Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to work on Flash messaging, okay? And you already got exposed to this in the To-Do app, but I will briefly talk about it here before we get started. If I start my server, okay, it started over here. I'm going to go to my new recipes page. Okay, so recipes, new. There you go, name, hello, new recipe, description. I'm gonna say this is a new recipe. Hello, hi, how is it going? Okay, create recipe. Okay, see, the recipe got created and it takes me to the show recipe page, but I'm not getting any message that's saying recipe was created successfully, okay? And if you look at my create action, so if I scroll over to my recipes controller, notice how I have this here, flash success, recipe was created successfully. So this should show up here, okay? This should show up. And the reason it's not showing up is because I'm not giving my application a mechanism by which it can display the flash message, because flash, as you know, is a hash, and I'm giving it this string that says recipe was created successfully as the value, and the name of the flash is success, and the value is recipe was created successfully, but I'm not displaying it. Remember, flash temporarily stores this, displays it, and after one roundabout it gets rid of it. Okay, so you can keep giving flash new messages and it'll display it each time. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this in my application HTML ERB. Okay, right here, which I had open earlier. In my body tag right under navigation is where I want to display my flash. So if I did something like this, embedded Ruby flash dot each do, and within pipes, remember this is a hash, so name and message, so two values. We have the key and the value, not two values, sorry. And close embedded Ruby. Since it's a block, I'm going to put an end tag so I don't forget. All I want to do is I want to display the message first. Okay, the name I'm going to use for styling purposes, but let's get the message working first. So embedded Ruby equals MSG, just display the message. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Over here, if I reload the page, there you go, recipe was created successfully. So now it's a matter of adding the styling. If I reload this again, this is gonna go away, okay? And this basically shows you flash stays for one redirect and then disappears. Okay, and the one redirect happened when I got to this page and it displayed it and now it got rid of it. Okay, so let's add some styling here. Now I will not add it over here because remember I want to keep my application HTML ERB nice and clean. So what I'll do instead is I'm going to render a partial. So embedded Ruby equals render, and I'll put it in layouts in this folder itself, and I'll call it a messages partial. Okay, save that, and then I will copy paste this in there. So I'm going to Command X out of there. All right, make sure application HTML ERB is saved, and now in my layouts folder, views layouts, right click, new file, underscore messages.html.erb, and underscore because this is a partial. Okay, over here, let me paste that. So now let's add some styling. Over here, I'm going to say div class equals row. Div class equals call md10, call md offset 1. Okay, now within here, I will do this, flash.each. Okay. Command X, just paste it here. Okay, so this just arranges for it to be in the middle 10 columns of my grid, okay? right under navigation. So now let's add some styling to the message. Over here, I'm going to say div class, and remember I have my name for my flash, which basically says what type it is, if it's an error or danger or success, something like that. So I'm going to say div class equals alert, then alert dash, and this is Twitter Bootstrap styling. So Bootstrap accepts success, danger, and basically a few others. So I'm going to give this whatever the name is, whatever the key is over here, okay? And how do I display this here? Since this is within a string, I can simply say embedded Ruby equals name, okay? Close embedded Ruby, close the double quote, close the tag. Whoops, I put a question mark in there. Close the div tag, okay? And within here, I'm going to give a link because I want my message to have like a little X button here that I can close the message without having to reload the page or something. So I'm going to say ahref equals pound, okay? Class equals close, and then data dash, whoops, I forgot to close this. Okay, there you go. Close the quotes, then data dash dismiss equals alert, okay, within quotes, close the tag, and then the way to get the X, the value in HTML to display the X is ampersand pound 215 semicolon, okay? So that's the HTML for the X to show up. And then close the A tag, and then I want to display the message. So I'm going to command X out of here. Over here, there you go, there's the message. Close the div tag and div closing, okay? Save that. Now let's see what it looks like. Over here, I'm going to go to new, name of recipe, testing flash, description, testing flash messages, multiple steps, hello, okay? Create recipe. There you go. Recipe was created successfully, and it has this nice color because it's success. And then there is my X, and since I put a href, it's a link, and I can click on it, and it removes it. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's adding Flash to our application. I'm gonna go ahead and shut down my server and do a commit. So git add -a, git commit -m, add Flash message partial. Okay, now git push to push our code to our GitHub repository. Perfect. So in the next video, we're going to work on our edit action, okay? So basically, we're gonna follow the same workflow. We're going to go to our test. Let me pull up my recipes test, and we're going to create a test for successfully editing a recipe and rejecting an invalid edit, okay? So I would say at this time, if you have taken a break for a couple of days, then take a look at these two tests that we have for create recipe. It's going to be very similar to this for edit recipe, all right? And yeah, that's it. Just refamiliarize yourself with the tests, and we'll get started with it in the next video. See you there.